Hey community, it's Dom Kirby again. I just wanted to give you another quick Teams tip. You can see in this Teams instance, I'm still logged into my demo tenant as Megan, and today I wanted to show you presence, status, and notification settings. These are really key tools to use when you're working from home. So presence is your status across your organization. So for example, you can see here, Megan's chatting with Alex, and he's yellow. Yellow means away. So let's look at how we can manage our presence. So if I click on my picture up here, I have available. Now these various different statuses are set automatically by default. For example, if you have a meeting on your calendar, you'll automatically be flipped to busy. Also, if you're in a Teams call or Teams meeting, your status will say in a call or in a meeting respectively. If you share your screen during a Teams meeting, this will change to do not disturb. This will stop notifications from coming in, besides priority people, which we'll review in a moment. It would also say presenting if you were sharing your screen. Of course, if you're away from Teams for a while on all your devices, it'll change to away. You can also click your picture and come here to manually set a status. Let's say that I need to focus on something, so I want to go to Do Not Disturb. This will let everyone know. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing. We'll go ahead and set Do Not Disturb. This will go ahead and let everyone know that I'm busy, and I'll also get this warning here that I'm set to Do Not Disturb. This means that if someone is not a priority contact and they reach out to me, they won't get through. So it's important to make sure that I turn off Do Not Disturb when I'm done using it. When I'm done using a manual status and I want to change back to automatic statuses, I'll click my picture again and I'll choose Reset Status. This goes back to referencing my calendar to automatically set my status. Of course, if I start a Teams call or meeting automatically or impromptu, it's going to stop referring to the calendar and refer to your status within Teams itself. The next thing we need to review is priority contacts. Priority contacts are important if you use Do Not Disturb heavily. For that, I'll click on my picture and go to Settings, and then I'll go to Privacy. From here, I can manage priority access to me. Since I do a lot of work with Alex, and we need to talk to each other a lot, I'll go ahead and make him a priority contact. Now, even when I'm in Do Not Disturb, Alex can get in touch with me right away. The next thing I want to show you is custom statuses. In this chat with Alex here, we can see that he's away, or yellow. I can also see that he set a status message to let everyone know that he's at lunch, so I probably won't bug him right now. I can set my own status message by clicking my picture and choosing Set Status Message. I'll enter a status message, and then I can check this box here. If I don't check this box, this won't show to other people, so I typically like to keep it checked when I'm using it. I can also have this automatically clear to help me prevent from forgetting to remove the status message. So for example, I could say at the end of today, which is default, this status message will go away. I could do this week, I could do custom, I could make it permanent until I take it off, 1 hour or 4 hours. So there's a lot of flexibility here in how you use status messages. I'm going to go ahead and leave this at today. What I'll need to do is when I come back from lunch, remember to change that. You can see since I have a message showing in chat, it's going to give me an alert up here at the top until 11:59 p.m., the end of the day. So I can hit here, change status, and I can hover over my current status and choose delete to get rid of the status or edit to make it say something else. I'll go ahead and delete this. Let's go ahead and talk about notifications. Notifications are important for a lot of reasons. One, I want to make sure that I'm reachable when I should be, but I also want to make sure that I'm not getting bombarded and getting notification stress. So I'll go ahead and hit notifications here, and you can see there's a ton of different options. So you'll want to go through these options and see what works best for you. For example, I don't really like getting emails from Teams personally, so I typically say banner. Banner just means your standard desktop alert, and it won't send you an email. I typically do this across the whole set of alerts by default. I typically don't want to get emails as I have the Teams app on my phone. If you don't have the Teams app on your phone, you might want to consider going ahead and using email. Go ahead and customize this for each different kind of notification here, and go ahead and just play with it and see what works for you. If I set it to only show in feed, it'll only show in my activity feed, which is the activity button on the left side of Teams. Of course, I can turn off notifications entirely for some, but not all of the settings. For example, a personal mention, you're always going to get notified in some form or fashion. But for team mentions, I can go ahead and not get notified at all. That's up to you. Again, I typically like to turn off email, but the choice is yours. If you chose only show in feed, they're going to show here in your activity feed at the top left corner of Teams. This is your condensed section to see everything that's been going on. So if you step away for a while and decide to come back, you can go ahead and come here and check this out, sort of like your Facebook feed. As a last note, if you're using Teams on your mobile device, you can set quiet hours. Quiet hours are really handy to help you disconnect for the day because they allow you to stop receiving alerts after a certain time and automatically start receiving alerts after a certain time in the morning.